1 out of every 6 homeless in our nation who sleep on our streets, 1 out of 6 today is a veteran. A veteran today is 50% more likely to be homeless than the average American. U.S.VETS has been serving our nation's homeless veterans for 20 years, and while significant progress has been made, there is so much more work we all must do. Over 60,000 homeless veterans will be sleeping on our nation's streets tonight, and in the course of the year, there are 1,000 homeless veterans right here in our great Aloha state of Hawaii. It is criminal that a veteran can serve his or her country and then not have a place to call a home. U.S.VETS Hawaii is working hard to end this tragedy, because as long as one veteran does not have a home, our work is not done.
Aloha! Welcome to U.S.VETS!
U.S.VETS is the largest nonprofit service provider in the nation that services homeless veterans. We have 11 sites across the nation. We have 2 here on Oahu. Our main mission is to provide comprehensive services all the way from outreach to case management to employment services, with the ultimate goal of transitioning them into some type of permanent housing, whether that be in the community or into a program that provides some sort of subsidy for the veteran.
The first time that I got traumatic brain injury, it was driving down a route in Iraq. It blew shrapnel into the vehicle, and they said I had a mild concussion. And when I got out of the military, I became homeless. I was homeless for 3 months, and I did what I felt like I had to do to survive, so I went and broke into buildings, grabbed food from the cafeterias and the mess halls, and ate there.
Young people who are returning from the war, I think at this time are really struggling with a combination of issues, including PTSD, depression, anxiety. Also the socioeconomic factors of lack of finances and physical support, whether not having family locally or friends to support them, not knowing any resources on the island to get the help they need. So we're here to help show them what resources are available and to get them hooked up with those as quickly as possible to resume a quality standard of living.
The first month I was here, they did so much for me, and since then I've been involving myself with all these classes, self-help groups, depression groups, these anger management groups, because it's not a bad thing to get help.
We here at U.S.VETS, it's vets first. It's first, vets last, it's vets all the way. Everything that we do is for the vet. You know, we're going to help you every step of the way, but it's up to you to do the work. We can't do it for you.
I was drinking way too much, and it had just consumed my life. It really had a chokehold on me, and I tried to do it by myself to kick the habit, and I felt like I had no support, and this was my last hope.
If I didn't come here, I would have died, without a doubt. This is a place for veterans to get back their respect, their self-confidence, their pride, things that no man or woman should ever lose. You fought for your country, you deserve your dignity. And this is a place to help you get it back.
A lot of the veterans that we're seeing now are being discharged straight into homelessness. I think that if you fought for our country, you should not be on the streets, living on the same streets that you fought for. So as an outreach case manager, my job is to go all over the island and look for veterans who may need our services.
We were deployed to Afghanistan, and then I deployed to Iraq. I kind of slipped into homelessness while, trying to figure things out. I had a job and everything. By the time I had got here, you could still make money and still not make enough, So I was basically just working, and ended up just sleeping in my car for about a week or so. I had slept in, deserts, jungles, mountains, so sleeping in my car was pretty much a luxury. But although I was sleeping in my car, I wasn't getting good sleep. Nobody deserves to be in that, and especially not veterans.
U.S.VETS Barber's Point is located in Kalailoa. We have up to a 98 bed capacity. We encounter approximately 300 veterans in a 6-month period in outreach. So our goal is to service approximately 300 veterans a year. The first program that we have is called our HOPTEL or respite program. HOPTEL basically is a combination between a hotel and a hospital. It's a stabilization program that allows a veteran to come straight from the streets into a program where they meet with the case managers and the social workers at the VA daily with the ultimate goal of discharge planning into some type of other housing. The Transitional Housing Program is a very rigid, structured program, which is also called our Veterans in Progress program, which is a group-based approach where veterans help veterans. We have various different permanent housing programs, one specifically for disabled veterans, and our second permanent housing program is what we call the Chronic Homeless Aspiring for Maintenance program, which is otherwise known as CHAMPS.
I volunteered for the service, and I was a machinist on board a submarine, which is basically a mechanic. At the time, I didn't know it, but I had cancer. I had a lymphoma, non-Hodgkin's cancer, which made me anemic and unable to work. And the household that I was living in was very unstable. And a fellow came from U.S.VETS there and told me, come on, we're going home.
Most Americans live from paycheck to paycheck. So I look at these guys as made some bad decisions maybe, or just some circumstances that didn't work out. But now they're in a situation where they're deserving of some assistance from people they help serve.
I was homeless for 7 years. I was very depressed, and I just survived. When you're by yourself and being a female can become kind of dangerous. I had some scary situations.
Homeless female veterans are becoming a more prevalent issue. Statistics show that approximately 20 to 30% of female veterans have some type of sexual trauma.
When I got out of the military, my job went away. And one thing led to another. My savings depleted to nothing, couldn't pay any of my bills, so I ended up staying in a tent. It was not comfortable.
If female veterans have to integrate into a male-dominant environment, sometimes working through those issues is very difficult. So very excited to be able to provide the Advanced Hawaii Women's Program.
If any man or any woman is willing to stand in harm's way in our behalf, he deserves lifetime help from us.
U.S.VETS is proving that the fight to end homelessness isn't just a noble cause, a noble fight. It is a problem that we can solve.
U.S.VETS is a national organization, and we couldn't be more pleased in Hawaii to be a part of it. It's fundamental to our whole approach to veterans' challenges and the responsibilities and obligations we have regarding our veterans to be able to join with U.S.VETS here in Hawaii.
U.S.VETS Hawaii has a success rate of 70% coming into our program, and when they move out, they move to some sort of housing. 85% stay sober when they're in our program. 70% are getting jobs when they come in our program. On any given night, United States Veterans Initiative, or U.S.VETS, is housing over 2,000 formerly homeless veterans. We're the largest homeless veteran service provider in the nation, and we take pride in the fact that we're doing our mission by making sure we serve those who served us.
I'm not homeless anymore.
I now landed a job.
This is place where I can get back on my feet and get back with my life.
One of the vets, as soon as I got here, he said, welcome home, you know, and that felt really good to hear that.
We've given our very best to the American people and don't ask very much in return other than just the chance to live a dignified life. And that's exactly what the American taxpayers have allowed us to do, is, in my case, to die with dignity.
For more information, visit usvetsinc.org/barberspoint or call 672-2977.